Now, I'm not going to keep you in suspense any longer. Our surprise tonight is all about a wonderful lady who has spoke for our group a couple of times, done an outstanding job, and she used to be working with Mr. Knob many years ago, and in doing so, she understands the business. She's done party plans. She's done her own direct selling business. She's sponsored people into the business, so she knows what to do. She has the emotion of the business. She understands the basics of the business. And so we were thinking, what could be our subject that we'd like to do for this week? And we thought, I think we need Mary. She'll really get us moving because she really does a wonderful job. She's a delight, personality plus, and I'd like you all to give a very, very warm, fuzzy welcome in your mind to Mary Christensen. Mary, give us your inspiration.
Oh, hi. Well, hi, everyone, especially those of you I've met at some of the conferences that I've been with you for Unique. Absolutely loved it. And Phyllis, thank you for inviting me on this call. And I was trying to think, now, why do they want me on this call? And then I decided, yes, it's because I've been in this business so long, I've actually started to lie about it. As some of you will know, I've written several books on how to succeed in direct selling, and they span about 8 years, and every single one of them has on the back cover, Mary Christensen has 25 years experience in direct selling. So I guess I know what works well and what doesn't work so well. Actually, it's a little bit funny because I always grew up believing that you get the face that nature gave you. And then, of course, I was selling skincare and color products, just as many of you are. And I kind of used to tell my clients, you get the face you deserve. But now I live in Los Angeles, I discovered you get the face you can afford. So, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to pretend I haven't been in the business quite so long. But tonight I wanted to talk about sponsoring. And there's a reason for that. I know you're working with the most amazing products, whether you're working with the bras or the color or all of the wonderful products you have to choose from. But here's the thing. When you're selling, it's still just a job. So it's only when you really start sharing the business, I think it does become a business. So I have a little phrase that I use, and I would love you to remember it, maybe write it down, and it's this. Sales are my income for today. Scheduling appointments creates my income for tomorrow. But sponsoring, that creates my income forever. And that's pretty exciting, that you're building something that as long as you continue to work it actively, you could have an income stream for as long as you want. And I do want to make this point, Phyllis. You're not creating a need. 25,000 people a day sign a direct selling agreement with somebody, and it's growing. In the last 12 months, we went from 15 million to 16 million active direct sellers here in America. So this call tonight is not about persuading people they need to become involved with Unique. It's to make sure that more of those 25,000 a day who are signing an agreement, and by the way, 22,000 of those are women, my job tonight is to make sure more of them are signing with Unique and with you. And you know what? So much of this business is being in the right place at the right time when the right person comes along. What I love about direct selling and what I love about Unique is how fabulous it is for women, because the only way we can get what we want is to help others get what they want. And I just love that. That's the magic of this business. So how? And I'm only on the call for 15 minutes, so I am talking fast. I know sometimes I talk fast, but it's saying to me sometimes, slow down, that I want to get as much information as I possibly can in this time. And I hope the call is being recorded so you can listen back. If not, you know, just remember these points. It's not about Unique. It's not about the bras. It's not about the skincare. It's about your prospect. And if you focus on finding the gap between where your prospect is in their life right now and where they want to be, that is the secret to sponsoring. And it's no different when you look at me and I want to uplift my saggy, baggy breasts with one of your wonderful bras. That's the gap. I want to look uplifted and perky and have a great figure. That's what you're doing. And it's the same with the business. You are finding women who have a gap between their dreams and their current paycheck. And we know for many people it's cash. I have no time tonight to talk about my own experiences. Some of you know them. But I basically bought up my family on my party plan business, on my direct selling business. And for me, if I did one party a week, that would pay my entire family grocery bill for that week. So look for people who relate to that. And, of course, you want to look for people who have enough money for day-to-day expenses, but they want more. Another little phrase I love, settle for more. Why settle for less when there are so many opportunities for us to have anything we want through our unique business? And it's not always just about money. I hope that you're looking out for those moms who love being a mom but are also feeling a little isolated. You know, we all know being a mom's the best job in the world. When all your friends are off to a book club discussing the latest book they've read, and you're thinking, the only book I've read in the last 3 months 50 times is The Very Hungry Caterpillar, you know, that can be isolating. So it's not just financial. It's social. It's emotional. And even with income, some families, their husbands are bringing home money, enough money, but a lot of women tell me they feel guilty buying things for themselves if they don't have their own money. So go out there and find women who have that gap. And I want to share with you a technique tonight that changed the way I ran my business. When I started out, I used to focus on my company, my products, how wonderful the business was for the people I was talking to. I didn't have a lot of confidence when I started out. For me, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I ran my business on courage. And some of you have heard me say that before. It's courage, not confidence, that grows a business. But I also used to use some little tricks. And one of them was this. I used to imagine that every person I was speaking to had a tiny pilot light in their heart. And when you think about a pilot light, if you've got gas in your home, you will know it's a tiny flame, has no heat, no energy, no light. It's just there, waiting for something to happen. Your job as a recruiter is to flare up that light, to ignite that flame so that it bursts into a desire for your business. And it's important you understand that, just imagining when you're talking to people, because if you're talking about something that doesn't light their fire, you're wasting your time and you're wasting theirs. But the good news is you will know when you've ignited the spark because you'll see it in their eyes. I recently was doing a workshop for a group of direct sellers, actually in Toronto in Canada. And because I grew up with very little money, money means a lot to me. I hate debt. I don't want debt in my life. I need to own my home. I need to pay my credit cards off. But sometimes I forget that that's not what everybody else wants. So I was talking to these young women about debt. And all of a sudden I noticed that everyone was just listening politely. Well, the only reason you're talking in any situation is to get someone to think, oh, sounds fabulous. Oh, I'd love to do that. Oh, wow, her job sounds amazing. So I saw it, so I stopped, and I said, okay, everybody, I want to know why you're here today. I want to know what it is that lights your fire. And one little young woman after another said this, I want to pay off my debt. But I knew they were only saying it because I had been going on and on and on about debt. So I looked at one of them and I said, and she said, I want to pay off my debts. And I said, no, you don't.